Well, speaking of DC stuff, which Roxy is a little fixated on, and that's okay. We got a story, and that story, of course, is Superman continues to do pretty well. It did very well on digital. Did pretty good in theatrical. Crushing. HBO Max. Crashing. James Gunn's Superman pulled in 13 million views in its first 10 days on HBO Max, setting a new record for the streaming platform that marks the biggest 10-day audience for a film release on the platform since Barbie in 2023, according to Warner Brothers Discovery. In addition, other titles involving the Superman character also saw spikes in viewership immediately before and after the movie began streaming. That includes the Super/Man, the Christopher Reeve story documentary, which saw a 670% increase. Wow. Richard Donner's Superman the movie, which jumped by 155, Superman Returns, which jumped by 120, and Man of Steel, which jumped 40. The title debuted on the service on September 19th after having grossed more than $600 million on its $225 million budget, and also performed well among critics. A follow-up film, Man of Tomorrow, is in the works to shoot next April ahead of a summer 2027 debut. Okay, Rox. So this is your Superman fan, you're DC fan, you're Warner Brothers fan, you like these numbers, right?
Yeah, I think it's also like we just don't know what the wave of the future is for how films are going to make back their money. Right. Because remember when Superman came out, there was a lot of critics, even a lot that we really respect, that were like, this is taking a major L. And seemingly it didn't take a major L. Seemingly it performed decently in the box office, making its money back, and now is doing even better. And even myself, when they were releasing on VOD super early because of the Peacemaker stuff, which after this week's episode makes a little bit more sense. But I think that we were all kind of like, what are you doing? And seemingly their timeline was the right timeline. So what the hell do I know?
No, I mean, it looks right now that you're right. It's like riding that wave of how things really work in the digital world. We still don't really captured, right? Because I think that what they did as far as releasing it, initially I was like, okay, does this make sense? It's going to take away from box office when they put it on so fast. It didn't.
Which I would have said, of course it does, but it didn't.
Well, as far as, because, you still had to pay a hefty amount in order to rent it. It wasn't like now you don't. If you have HBO Max, you can just watch it. But they didn't just. If they would have done that, I think that would have been a major mistake. But they didn't. They just said, okay, now you can just pay. You can pay $20 or whatever it is to watch it, to rent it. And I think that added to the profit. So, again, is it the $1 billion success that everyone thought it would be? No, but I don't know if we're living in that world anymore. It is not as easy to attain that as it was a couple of years ago. Superman traditionally hasn't kind of pulled in those kind of numbers. And it's doing it at a time when people are kind of hesitant about seeing comic movies. So I think it is a win overall of what they've done, especially in these big numbers for when you're trying to get numbers for your platform. Disney right now just taking a big dump all over themselves with the way that they've been handling things over the last 2 weeks, with increase in prices, the whole Kimmel situation, all that. They were losing people, hand over fist. So this is, and Warner Brothers, not only are they having a decent time with this, they're having a great year in general with all the success that they've had. So this is a major win, I think. All right, I have to tell you guys straight honest truth here. True Classic, it's one of my favorite brands maybe ever. Birthday is coming up. It's actually going to be this week when you're seeing this. And truth told, friends and family, just get me True Classic. I love it. I love the shirts. I love the pants. I love everything about it. And they just started with a simple mission. It was to bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses, because looking great should come with a designer price. So clearly people agree. People are voting with their dollars. True Classic has sold over 25 million shirts to more than 5 million customers and racking up over 200,000 five-star reviews. Mine is one of them. This brand isn't just about fabric or fit. It's about helping guys show up every day with confidence and purpose. I can tell you right now that whether I'm wearing this black t-shirt to the gym, if I'm wearing one of their shirts to a screening, I'm going to an event on Monday, I have to go, I'm wearing True Classic. I really do feel the difference and people have noticed it right away when I walk in a room. They say some stuff. It's just, it's amazing. It's tailored for when you want it. It's relaxed when you need it. No bunching, no stiff fabric, no BS. Clean, effortless fit that actually works for real life. So forget about the overpriced designer brands. Skip the cheap throwaway stuff. True Classic is built for comfort, built to last, and built to give back. You can find them on Amazon, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, or head to trueclassic.com/Kristian to try them out for yourself. Help me out by getting them, and you're guaranteed to help yourself out. True Classic, the absolute best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that this means for the future of movie releases in general, but specifically DC movie releases? Do you think that this is a structure we can expect to see them continue to follow?
I think it's a case by case. I mean, you look at so I just saw that Him, which I think came out in theaters 2 weeks ago, is going to be on digital next week.
Huh.
A 2 or 3 week window. It's like if something eats it at the box office, you're like, look, let's not waste any more money in the theater. People aren't seeing it. Let's just try to cut our losses and make some money on the digital rental,
Yeah, but I just kind of wonder if we're setting ourselves up for success or failure in terms of if we know that if we don't go see it in theaters, that it will come out sooner.
Yeah.
Are less people going to go see it in theaters waiting for it to come out sooner?
That's the question, though.
Would that impact the box office more? Because if we knew across the board, no matter what, you can't see this at home for 2 months, would more people go see it, and therefore the movie would perform better?
I think the answer is you tried it, and this is not an easy task, obviously. What you need to do are make movies like Avatar that are no, but I'm not saying budget-wise and scale of that side. But what I mean,
no, I'm gonna let you finish, but that was a hysterical sentence.
what I mean is a movie. What we can all agree on Avatar, it is a must watch in the theater. It is why it is continuously making billions of dollars. Now, again, there's the amount of money and a rightfully so giggle that comes from that because everybody who's making Avatar, everybody would be billionaires. But what I mean is it's got to be a theater experience, and that's what Superman, they wanted it to be. And for those people who wanted to go see it in the theater, they did. And then they realized by the time they ran through the amount of time that they were comfortable with, they said, all right, now let's make a little money on rentals. And now then we'll try to get it on streams. Right. So it's a matter of if you don't perform, depending on, look, there are some movies that could have a longer run. I think of Aquaman 2, right? Aquaman 2 started out real bad, and then it did well enough that it broke even or came in right under, whatever it might be. But it doesn't happen often. There are movies that really you can tell from the first few weeks what you're gonna make. Like Him, you don't leave Him in theaters. Him is eating it. You take it out and you try to make some money on a digital rental, right?
Did you see that movie?
No, I missed it. I don't remember where.
Did it have good reviews?
No.
Do you think that that's why it's eating it instead? Do you think it's even going to do better at home?
Well, yes, because when you're at home, now with rentals, I don't know about rentals per se, but when I'll watch that once it hits whatever streaming platform it's going to be on, I'll watch it, know, because I'm curious. I know that Jordan Peele didn't direct it, he produced it, but I'm still curious. Is it that bad? I was at the where was I? I was at some screening, and this one critic was talking about how he just saw Him and said it was just one of the worst movies he's ever seen. And he was like,
really?
But he said he was excited to see it, and he was really pumped to see it. He said it was terrible. And I
haven't heard one person say good things about it, and that's never a good sign.
It's not good.
There's a lot of social media press for it, though, which might have been the reason why also a lot of people weren't going to see it. Is just there was so many social media bits and whatever. Maybe that wasn't their intended audience.
That kid that is in it, the star, he's had two. I'm one of the few people that didn't mind the I Know What You Did Last Summer, the latest one. You've watched all three of those now, right?
I thought they did a really good job, but did people not like that movie?
No, people don't like that last one. I liked that last one.
No, I thought they did a good job. People thought that it betrayed the
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand why they didn't like the ending. I do. I can understand that. I didn't mind it, but I also am not as invested as everybody else. But the guy who's in him, who's also in that, the only thing, and I thought he was good in that movie. The only thing though is it seems like,
Tyreek Withers.
yeah, it seems like, and again, I have not seen the film, but it seems like he's just doing the same shtick that he did in the I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it's like, can he act, or is that just like what he does in every movie? Is that just because I saw him on the press and he seems exactly the same? Can you do stuff outside of that? Because you've had two rough goes on both I Know What You Did Last Summer and then this, because I don't think that movie performed I Know What You Did Last Summer. But I thought he was good in that movie. I didn't mind it, but
Looking at his other credits,
yeah.
he's done some television, which isn't a great sign because I don't know him and I've watched the shows.
Okay.
He was in an episode of Atlanta, which is, I think, one of the great shows, but I don't remember him in it. He's in 6 episodes of Tell Me Lies, which I haven't seen.
Yeah.
He was in 7 episodes of a show called Me, which I've
seems
never even heard of.
It seems like he's almost trying to do Channing Tatum, what he did when he started. It's like he started out one way. It's like, can you evolve like Channing Tatum? Because Channing Tatum was falling into that same thing. It's like he's just doing the same thing, and then you're like, this guy can't act, and then he just placed it on everybody and said, look, check this out, watch what I can do. And he did comedy. That's the way you win people over. You can actually nail comedy, like 21 Jump Street. He won a lot of people over with that one.
In all fairness, he's pretty young. He's in his 20s, and he probably is still growing as an actor and figuring out kind of how to go. But I will say, by his reps, to do 2. No, that's not fair. I think it's cool. Like, maybe him wasn't the right call, but I know what you did last summer, I think, made him look good.
Yeah, he wasn't bad in the movie. No, he was good in the movie. It's just like I said, I just think that if you and I haven't seen the film, I could go and see him and say, Roxy, you know what I said about that kid? Like, I thought he was going to do the same thing, just something completely different. Just seems like he's doing the same thing. People but I don't have enough reference for people in the audience who, I don't think anybody saw him. I don't think anybody saw that movie. So
I saw a couple people in the chat that said it was god awful. That was it. Kristian, what am I up against from yesterday?
Oh, yeah, it's a good call. So you currently are at 68 right now. You're at 15. So
I'm at 15 and Roka had 68?
Roka had 68 yesterday, yes. So I think you can do that. And right now we're only at 25 minutes. So I think we're in good shape.
I don't like your lack of confidence.
Oh, I think you can do it, Roxy.
That's what you said the first time.
You can do it, Roxy.
There we go.
Yes. You did it, Roxy.
Oh,
that's just a lie, right?
Now, what you just did was manifesting.
Right.
That's what manifesting is.
Yes, I know. It's like it already happened.
You did it, Roxy.
You did it. You made it happen. You did 175 today, and we didn't think it could happen, but you actually did it.
But I did
175.
And right now it feels so good.
Right.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
And you're welcome.
You're welcome
for telling you that crazy story.
You're welcome. Okay. So what do you think about soups? Hey, what are you doing here? Get out of here.
The YouTuber?
No.
Oh.
No. What do you think about the fact that this movie is putting up numbers in different ways? 600 million in the box office, does pretty well on digital, and now here we are with big numbers on streaming. Bigger hit than you thought? Just as good as you thought? Or you still think it's just Put your thoughts in there. Let us know.